You could go for a position 4 right now. I think that their draft really isn't like that sneaky. You know, you kind of understand who's going to be going where. So I think you can easily go for a position 4 right now. Something that goes well with the Pango. You see the enemy offlane, so if you really see something that is really good, you're not going to be getting the last pick anyways. So you could go for a carry right now. It's not going to be too out of the ordinary, so let's see what they do. There it is. The Medusa comes out. Are we ready for a Shigetsu Slark? I think the Slark could work in this game. There's a lot of AoE damage. You don't like playing against the Pango, but overall you build into a Diffusal, you can get an early BKB. These heroes, they probably can't kill you from 100 to 0, and you can make the game chaotic, which is something that I think cybercats are going to want to do.
Well, we'll see how they want to play this out. I mean, the Medusa... What have we seen that deals with Medusa? We've seen Diffusal Blade Ursa's coming out. I think we saw okay, Slark. Cybercats, Shigetsu's going to go back for that Slark. You know, he's going to be able to get himself the Diffusal Blade there if he really wants to go for it that way. And there we go. So, you know, is that what Shigetsu wants to rush in here? Does he want to be going for that, like, Echo Saber into the Diffusal Blade on the Slark? Or does he just go straight for Diff Blade here as the first big item?
I'd say Echo Saber Diffusal Blade into a disassembling of the Echo Saber into a BKB.
Okay.
I think that is the best way to approach it. If you'd ask me, though we'll see. I think that you do need some extra HP to deal with the Pango, Pugna. You know, these heroes, they can kill you. So you, especially now, Nemiga will get their position 4. Probably gonna be something else that can be quite annoying to the Slark in the game, that can capitalize on the stuns that are gonna go his way. So I'm really thinking that you do need some extra HP, even if you're a specialist on this hero. If you have like 1000 HP, there is a good chance you get bursted down without not having a say in it. Still, I like that they're going for their comfort picks. I think this is the way that you're gonna win the game. But right now, I think what cybercats need to focus on is crushing the puck, because they don't have much to deal with him until they get a blink on the Sand King. So something like a DK would make sense, but I think it's gonna get banned right now.
Yeah, we'll see. The Viper's gone, the Lena's gone this time now as well. So, I was going to say, you don't usually see the Marcy mid. So, cybercats looking for their mid hero up against potentially the puck here. And I like the Marcy pickup here as well with the Slark. If it is going to be the position 5, obviously being able to dispose a hero underneath the tower, like you talked about, being closer towards the tier 1 tower in the lane, and then the pounce to keep them there as well after that stun wears off from the Marcy. It is just like it's a really nice pocket combination to have in this safe lane. You know, if Pangolier gets too far out of position, just being able to lock him down, get that damage, and maybe get some easy kills and easy essence shift stacks here for the Slark.
For sure. Now, I'm curious what Nemiga are gonna pick on their position 4. I don't see like a perfect hero right now. Maybe put the Pugna on 4. He's gonna be annoying on the Slark and get a 5 that is gonna lane well with the Medusa.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a position 4 for sure, and it's a solid one to deal with the Slark, because you do a lot of AoE magic damage. So I think definitely you go for an Echo Saber, and later on you disassemble it into a BKB and a Mage Slayer. I think it's gonna be a necessity for the Slark not to have to pop the BKB immediately at the start of the fight, but sometimes against the techies you might have to. So I think the build for Slark should be quite clear right now. Echo Saber, Diffusal, disassemble into BKB Mage Slayer, and then of course you would like to get a Scotty, but that's already late game potential. I think DK is the way to go. Okay, they go for the Void Spirit. I have my doubts about this hero. Sometimes you're just lacking damage, and I think you're lacking catch for the puck as well. If the puck survives the initial stun from the Sand King, he will survive overall. I guess the Void Spirit crushes the puck in the lane, or does well against the puck in the lane, so then with the rotation of the Marzi you can get the kills. But if Malrine gets somewhat of a decent game, he's gonna be a problem. You know, you get a decent game on the puck, the Sand King will suffer in the safe lane. That's just what this hero does. And then you won't really have many tools to make a play. You can't kill the puck. If the puck isn't dead, the Medusa, you can't really invade her jungle. And then, you know, this aggressive potential of the Slark isn't really going to be there, especially with Shigetsu. You know, playing against the Pango Teki is not the easiest lane for the Slark. So Cybercats, I like that they went for their comfort heroes, but I have my doubts if they'll be able to catch Malrine in this game.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see how this lane is going to go. Like I say, the safe lane is going to go here. How effective the Slark's going to be coming into this match, because even when he gets into the Shadow Dance, there's still going to be the Stone Gauge coming out. You know, he's still going to be having to deal with maybe the Pugna being able to get the Medusa into the Ghost form there as well. The damage coming, or any of the heroes into the Ghost form when the Slark tries to do the damage. Okay, you need to watch out for the Dark Pact if that happens, but it's still going to be you know, effectively, or even decrepifying the Slark himself after the Dark Pact goes off. Just being able to stop him from doing a lot of his focus damage, getting those Essence Shift built up, even if they're just the temporary ones in these fights. You know, it's the control coming through onto the Slark might just be too much coming into this match.
I'm not afraid for the Slark. I'm afraid for the damage potential on the side of Cybercats, because if you had like a Dragonite that the puck is always afraid of, you would have two heroes that Fezor would be playing with, the DK Blink and then the Sand King Blink once it comes out. Now, for a Void Spirit, early on, he's good at catching the puck. Later on, not really. The puck is always gonna have decent vision when the Void Spirit wants to go in, and that's what I'm afraid of Hoodwink not being able to get her kills, because if you're not using the Sharpshooter, often really the strength of this hero isn't there. So yeah, that initial kill at the start of the fight, that first initiation, that is what I'm afraid of for Cybercats. If they manage for that to work out, they do have a good chance in this game.
Oh, to get the D-Ward off now as well. It looked like everybody stacked up to make sure that could happen on the side of Cybercats. Not wanting anyone to get caught out and killed off once again in this game, but now they are going to know that there's a sentry close. I wonder if... I mean... Puck's just open back to get the blocks on the creeps after this. So it looks like it's going to be... maybe a little bit of square off onto the Medusa. The Medusa's going to be forced away here, so a no rotation to that top triangle rune on the side of Cybercats from anybody on the side of Nemiga, so it is going to be a 3-for-1. They might get a little bit aggressive onto Vazia now as well. Vazia going to be losing some Essence Shift stacks to Shigetsu, but Shigetsu, it's more important that he gets himself to the lane. You know, he's going to be able to get that farm up. Hellscream, he is going to be throwing sticky bombs. You know, he's going to throw some harass onto Shigetsu here now as well. So Shigetsu, it's going to take him a little bit, but there's not going to be any bottom blocks as Marcy is close by. H2O just going to be able to guide Shigetsu back to the lane where he needs to be, but the lane will go close to the tier 1 tower. Vita's going to be the first one there.
It's actually 4 runes for the side of Cybercats. They managed to secure themselves 4 runes. I wouldn't say that Nemiga's level 1 is that weak, but you know, they put a lot of emphasis into defending that ward, and then once the ward was down, they felt kind of lost. So I like the play from Cybercats. This is a big thing for them, because we talked about the safe and the mid lane kind of being, you know, mid lane a little bit Void Spirit favored, but ideally would like to crush this puck in the game at the start, delay his timings as much as possible. And the Slark, he likes to be all close and personal with more HP. He's gonna have more regen, and that's gonna allow him to do so.
Yeah, Fezor is taking some harass from Sobad now as well. Sobad, he's gone for the blast at level 1 as well, so Fezor is going to be taking a lot of right clicks coming through from Sobad. And Kiritic, how's he looking in terms of, I mean, in terms of regen? He's gone through all of his tangos. He's got more queued up, and it looks like Fogus coming through with the caustic finale. Kiritic just, he's having a bad time with this at the minute.
Yeah, usually you would see the Hoodwink starting off with the Bushwhack, but understanding that you have a Sand King, so with this hero you want the lane to push in towards the Medusa. That is the way that you win a lane that is actually weaker, is that you push in towards the enemies, creeps get into their tower, you get level 2 first, and they can't really utilize their level 2s because you already have your spells up. So very nicely done there by Cybercats on the bottom lane, kind of securing the first 2 levels for the Sand King, and we know that this hero struggles up until level 4. I would say. Then with 2 points in Sandstorm, you're actually quite okay to lane.
Oh, going to be a bit of a foot race, but the Remnant does get dropped here by Ego, so the Water Rune going to go his
Top
way.
lane?
They're going to be able to get First Blood come through. It's a lot of damage here now as well. They might be able to get it with a Sticky Bomb. Does it connect? It's going to go into Shigetsu. Shigetsu will go down there. Hellscream, he picks up the Revenge Kill as H2O takes down Vazia, but that should be, if I'm not wrong, the first stack. Yeah, it will be. And now, they're going to be able to dispose here. Techies, is the fight going to be for the Sticky Bomb? He doesn't walk the right way, so Hellscream, he's having to retreat, but that's not the way you want to retreat. It's going to be another rotation in from Shigetsu. The Swashbuckle is going to miss. H2O, though, it looks like Shigetsu is going to try and go for the pounce. Hellscream, he's trying to keep himself alive. He doesn't want to be giving these stacks over to the Slark. Not this early on. And Marcy, like the Terminator, just slowly chasing down onto Hellscream, but Hellscream this time will be able to get himself away. The TP back to the tier 2.
They're not done, though, cybercats.
Yeah, Vazia having to use the shield crash, but there will be that pounce onto Vazia. Vazia, again, going to be losing some temporary stacks coming through onto Shigetsu. But he's already on the board.
Squeeze, Spleen, and Spoon are 3 cowards afraid of a little girl, you know? No, it was a 3 versus 1 for them, and they ran away. I was hoping that's gonna be a up until death fist fight, and Hellscream just runs away. Oh, that sticky bomb really stuck to the Slark. Shigetsu takes some really big damage.
Phasor is going to go down. Sobad picks up the kill. Kiritich was low. He's having a 1 versus 1 there with Phasor. You know, an honourable duel. And Sobad comes along and drops the blast to get the kill. But, yeah, back to the top lane. Oh, get a pause. Shigetsu's taking a lot of damage coming through. Does, at any point in this laning stage, does the Pangolier want to look towards getting the lucky shot off for that... for the disarm coming through onto that against the Slark, or do you think he does just go for the 303 build with the ultimate coming out as well in that build?
I think you skip the lucky shot here. If you want to go for a lucky shot, ideally you would go for a Orb of Corrosion. Slark, it is an okay way to approach the Slark, especially when you have a Techies. Techies has good range, so he can constantly attack the Slark. But with the start of the lane like this, I don't think Pango wants to do it, because if you go aggressive onto a Marcy and the Slark, we didn't talk much about the extra movement speed that the Slark is going to be getting. There is a chance you get ran down. So I think the main idea here from the Pango is just keep yourself away from the cybercats, and with the pokes you should be doing well in the lane. They caught the Techies.
Yeah, once again the dispose comes out. It was a long stun time, but there wasn't a pounce to come through from Shigetsu, or at least he didn't want to go for it with the sticky bomb being down. He's going to miss it now as well. Hellscream, he's just going to try and break some ankles here, pushing that cart. Can he get himself away from it? Sticky bomb comes out once again. He's going to try and go for the blast off, but the damage it's not going to be enough to take down Marcy. And now Shigetsu, one more right click will get his second stack, and now is there going to be another dispose? There will be the stun coming through onto the Pangolier. The Pangolier though has that swashbuckle coming out.
He caught him again.
He doesn't even want to go for the creeps. He's just chasing down onto Vazia. Vazia can get himself away. The pounce comes out. The damage will be enough to get the kill on Focus. Gets the kill onto Sobad in the bottom lane. And yeah, Shigetsu, 3 permanent stacks coming out in the first 5 minutes of this game.
So right now, cybercats have more kills than they had in the 30th minute in the previous game. And that is with the fountain dive. So cybercats, they're definitely playing heroes that they know how to utilize. This is Shigetsu at his best, understands perfectly just how he needs to approach this lane. Usually, the Techies and the Pango aren't going to be easy heroes to catch, but the mobility that the Marcy is giving the Slark is allowing him to run them down. And cybercats, they're doing everything well. The only thing that is not going like really good for them is the mid lane. Igor doesn't have more than Malrine, and you know the Void Spirit usually does win the laning matchup against the Puck. But you know when you play Puck so much, this matchup is a very classic one in pubs and competitive games as well. You can see that Malrine he's well prepared.
Yeah, and once again, I mean, there's little skirmishes all over the place. Bottom lane, once again, the damage is coming through onto Kiritich. Kiritich not having the longest attack range in the game. Just has to be careful about stepping into that sandstorm as well, because there could be a follow-up there. Burrow Strike is more than available for the Sand King, and it looks like we'll hoodwink Phasor. The blast does come through from Sobad. There's going to be the rotation in the river now as well, but the Remnant does get dropped, and Puck going to get caught. H2O is going to be close. Does he want to go for the dispose? Actually changes targets back, but the Dream Coil will be coming out until the Marcy breaks it. And it looks like Malrine is going to be able to do the damage. Was that orb 6 seconds away? One more right click though might be enough. On top, Phasor is going to get low the salve. It's not going to be cancelled because of the uphill miss, and now Malrine can he get himself away from the danger? The Remnant goes down. Doesn't actually catch onto the Puck. The Puck is going to be able to drop that illusion rune. The bottom lane now as well, Kiritich taking a lot of damage. Again, the Sandstorm is there. The Burrow Strike has been using Kiritich, having to use the Mana Shield, trying to get himself back from the danger of the Sand King. And Sand King, he just wants to carry on chasing. He's got himself 10 stick charges. So bad, rotates in. The Sentry is down now as well. Focus is just going to be able to back himself away.
This is the type of game that cybercats love. Shigetsu had a good lane, and there's a lot of brawling in the mid lane. So cybercats at some point, they're gonna be looking to rotate the Slark or TP the Slark to the mid lane. That is something they like to do. But before that, we have a nice Vazia here to kill.
Yeah, the shield crash comes up, but Vazia, he might still go down. Shigetsu's going to go in with the Shadow Dance, gets that kill. And underneath the tier 1, even, there's nothing that you can do there because the Shadow Dance comes out and it's just a free kill. And the Slark Marcy combination, the Dispose into the Pounce, is paying off so much. And once again, there's going to be the reposition coming through. The Dispose comes out, they're going to be able to get the Pounce coming through after the stun wears off. The Sticky Bomb onto H2O, but he just takes the danger away from Shigetsu, and Shigetsu picks up what? His 4th kill of the game and his 5th permanent stack.
You remember that thing we talked about with cybercats maybe lacking damage in the early mid game? With the way that the early game went, that's not going to be a problem because Shigetsu, with this start, he can actually be very, very active in the early stages of the game, and that's going to allow his team to do well. Also, the Sand King didn't get shut down at all, so we're going to be seeing like 11, 12 minute blink. That gives a lot of power to your damage as well. So cybercats on a really, really good roll, and even the Puck has put himself in a really bad position right now.
Yeah, Maori could get himself away from this one now as well. He does have the Dream Coil if he needs to use it, but H2O with the rotating in, they're going to be able to try and throw out the Acorn shot, and that would have been really clever if the Bushwhack came out, but they are going to be able to get the vision with the Bushwhack now as well onto the Puck. Puck disposed back, he is going to be stunned up, the Sticky Bomb comes out, H2O should go down, will go down, Hellscream picks up that kill, but now the Drain is going to be up with the Blast now as well. It's only level 4 into Sobat. For some reason I thought, you know, everyone's got their ultimates, it's definitely going to be level 6, but only level 4 onto Sobat, so no Drain onto Igor, and Igor can slowly but surely walk himself away from the danger.
Yep, he can. Without the coil, there is absolutely no way that they're going to be able to kill him. And
bottom lane,
he's going to have face boots.
The Burrow Strike starts, so the Bushwhack's going to be there now as well. Epicenter comes out. Kiritichi's got no mana left. Are they going to be able to keep him alive?
Though.
Underneath the tier 1 tower, yeah, the damage is going to go through onto Focus, and it looks like Kiritich, well, with the rotation from Sobat. Puck coming down here now as well. Dream Coil comes out onto the Hoodwink. Hoodwink, I think this is going to be another... No! The tree breaks the vision. They don't see him. And Phaso, he's going to be able to get himself away from this one. So the Squirrel, just out of danger. Just I don't even know what happened there. They just didn't follow up onto him.
Anyone who has ever went into a hike in the woods knows that these critters are hard to spot. Let alone, you know, catch. So Nemiga, they kind of get a taste of it in Dota as well. Though big things are happening for cybercats. They are diving the towers, forcing the puck rotations, and surviving. You know, even if it's just the forced out puck rotation, he gets a kill or two, you get yourself out. You know, it's with one of your heroes. It's not the worst thing in the world for cybercats, but they forced out the rotation, they survived, and they're just creating space right now. And the space is for the Sand King to get his blink, and for the Slark to get his Echo Saber, and then cybercats are going to be storming down mid. This is something that we've seen from them so many times, and they have just prepared the terrain so well in this game.
Marin, at least he gets the win and rift off onto Ego, so the silence will be there. He's going to be able to pick up the regeneration rune. It looks like he might immediately, well, not immediately, he's going to have the regen coming through from the wand if he needs there as well. He didn't get too low, he lost a bit of mana just being able to contest his top lane. No, they're going to be able to go into Vazia. Vazia, one more right click again, the Shadow Dance comes out, and that's going to be another kill. Even the tip going away. Maybe just a consolation tip as Shigetsu picks up another kill in this game.
So I was afraid of cybercats damage. Now I'm afraid for Nemiga's damage. I'm looking at the Techies as one of the best burst heroes in the game. But the thing is that not many of your teammates can set things up for you in this one, especially when you're this far behind. You know, Pango, it's going to be very easy to get away from his Rolling Thunder. For the cybercats heroes, Slark, Sand King, the Void Spirit, all of them can get away from that quite easily. So Nemiga, they really have to be playing around the puck. Cybercats, they know this. So either you dodge the puck or you kill him at the start of the fight. That should be the way that you approach it if you're cybercats, and once the puck is dead, Nemiga, they just have to bail. There's nothing they can do, and now because of that fact, it's going to be very easy for cybercats to understand how they should be playing for the rest of this game.
Yeah, just keeping an eye on the Medusa, because the Medusa does have a... I'm not sure if that was a 4 or a 5 engine stack coming through there. So it is going to be a lot of gold. Should get towards the Yasha at least once that gets taken down. There's even going to be another double stack. Yeah, double stack there as well, just a little bit north. So the Medusa is going to be able to pick up a decent amount of gold. It's not going to be able to catch up onto the Slark. The Slark is a decent amount ahead here, but it's going to be a little boost here for the Medusa. Kiritich should be alright with this, and as long as the Medusa gets, what, the next 5-7 minutes to farm, like you usually see the Medusas get. In fact, no, I'm going to ask you the question. Is Medusa going to be given that next 5 minutes to farm up and get the big items that she needs for this game? Or do you think cybercats, they just get aggressive as 5 and look to shut down Kiritich in the second game?
I like that he's going for the butterfly, because that is the way to go in this game. You need extra damage, and you need survivability against the right clicks from the Slark. But he's not going to be given too much time. He's going to need to show up in the mid lane and protect this tower. It comes down to him. If Kiritich himself can protect the mid lane tower, he's going to be okay, though. Nah, he has been found right now.
Epicenter comes through onto him. The Bushwhack's going to be there now as well. And the Ancient Golem slowly turns his back as the Medusa will be taken down. Oh, the reposition. This push comes through onto the Pangolin. The Pangolin was trying to go for the Rolling Thunder. He get the kill onto H2O. But is there going to be any follow-up on this now as well? The Dream Call immediately pops onto the Void Spirit. The Void Spirit, though, with the Astral steps away, gets himself out of danger.
There is no play for Nemiga now. There is no Rolling Thunder. There is no puck ulti. For the next 60 seconds, at least, cybercats can do whatever they want. So there's two ways to approach it. Either go for kills or spread out the map and farm everything. With that, you're going to be allowing the Medusa to farm, but on the other hand, all of your heroes are going to be farming as well. And we can see Hoodwink, she wants to use another sharpshooter, and they're really split, but they don't care.
They're going to be able to come in again. The Bushwhack actually doesn't connect. The techies takes down the sharpshooter, comes out. The mines have been dropped. Sand King going to be taking out a lot of damage, but he's not going to get too low now as well. Vazia, I think he might have been looking for the Swashbuckler. There's going to be the rotation coming through from Malrine with that orb. If they get a vision, the Winter Rift comes through, they're going to be able to get one. Do they want to go for the road kill on the Squirrel now as well? It looks like Hoodwink should be able to get himself back behind that tier 1 tower.
That's a bit unfortunate for cybercats. You know, everything was prepared well for them, but they didn't expect the blast off to take the tree down. With the Pango surviving and then the techies doing so much damage to the Sand King, it's actually a problem. So at a point where Nemiga couldn't do anything, they got a tower and they got a kill on a core. So they should be really happy with this one. This should be slowing down cybercats. Though it's still weird to me that Slark isn't being a bigger part of these fights. He definitely could have been a bit more aggressive, especially now he has the Diffusal Blade, so that to me is a signal that Shigetsu wants to fight.
Yeah, and the BKB's not too far behind now as well. Again, you look at the net worth, he's 2.5k ahead of this Medusa. The Medusa being slowed down there as well, being taken out. Just left time for Shigetsu to find that farm before the Medusa came back up. And like you say, the Diffusal Blade's up, and cybercats aren't shy about getting aggressive. They find the pick up onto Sobat in the mid lane now as well. It looks like, well, this is going to be the Dream Call into the Void Spirit. The Void Spirit, though, again has that Astral Step. Do they have the damage to take him down? The blast off this time will get it, but it's going to be the Unleash from the Mercy, and maybe even another rebound. The poke could be able to get the phase shift off. The damage, though, coming through onto H2O. H2O is going to be able to get himself away from this one. Rolling Thunder is going to be used. Shigetsu just pulls the ripcord and gets himself out, as it is going to be a 2 for 2.
Oh man, this techies just does insane amounts of damage. You know, he does 1,000 damage in a second, and just the Void Spirit, you know, he cannot survive. Of course, Malrine there, the coil, the silences, the illusory orb, they help, but you always need that techies to finish off people. And cybercats, now they're trying to utilize their Slark. The main idea right now for cybercats is get this mid lane tower down. That's why I wanted Shigetsu to be a bigger part of these fights. There is no coil, there is no Rolling Thunder now, no Stone Gaze as well, so not even the Medusa can help you that much. So right now it's defense of this mid lane tower, because it's very, very important.
Yeah, it looks like the Void Spirit took a lot of damage there, but it wasn't enough to get the kill. They take 2 more down here on the side of cybercats. They're going to be able to go on to the tier 1 tower, and the damage is coming through again. Shigetsu's got himself 8 agility sacks, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you've got an item that costs 1,000 gold for 10 agility, you know, it's free gold there, it's free net worth. The double border strike comes through into the way. I think we'll be able to do the damage. They are going to be able to clean up. Once again, 2 more heroes go down, and the tier 1 tower isn't going to be too far behind.
That was a half-assed defense of a mid lane tower for Nemiga. When I say half-assed, I think they didn't bring in Kiritich. Sure, he didn't have the stone gaze, but if you are gonna defend that one, if you're gonna be around it, you need him because the enemies they're bringing in their carry, who is very, very powerful, and the only tanky hero that you really have on the side of Nemiga is Kiritich. If he's not coming in, if he wants to farm, the rest of them should be farming as well. Nemiga, they still have the puck. He is pretty good at split pushing, especially if you see the Sand King in the mid lane. So a bit of a I'd say optimistic play coming out from Nemiga, thinking they can do it with 4 of their heroes and not get dove. Cybercats, they've shown us time and time again that the lane they play best around is the mid lane in this early game, and they did it once again. They completely crushed Nemiga, opened up the map, and now it becomes hard for the Medusa. It's a race against time, though. Even with the butterfly, you're gonna need 1 extra item, preferably I would say a BKB in this game, and I just don't see them having the time right now. The Slark will just pop off too hard with his BKB.
Yeah, there's at least a Van Brace coming out for the Medusa, so that's going to be a little bit of a boost. But like you say, the BKB not too far behind here for the Slark. The Slark, in fact, does he want to split the Echo Saber here? Because it looks like he's just going to continue farming. In fact, the Van Brace comes out for Shigetsu now as well.
No need. No, when the game is going this well, you don't really need to. If the game was even and cybercats understood that they were going to be fighting in the next 30 seconds, he would do it. Right now, there is absolutely no reason to do so. His attack speed isn't that great, so the double attack from the Echo Saber is definitely going to be beneficial for Shigetsu.
Okay, well, let's see what Shigetsu wants to do. I mean, this is going to be the BKB coming out here in the next next ancient sack, this big stack even, and it looks like Nemiga, they've smoked up around Roche. They're not going to be able to find anything but illusions. So H2O in the mid lane, setting up with the rest of his teammates. Can they find out? They might be able to find Vazia here now as well. Another blink. Just a little bit too far off. There was no remnant pull back onto Vazia now as well. But it might still be Suplex City coming through onto him with the Rolling Thunder. He's going to connect onto the Marcy. Marcy going to be taking down low. The Dream Coil's going to be there now as well. The damage coming through. Even going to be committing a Stone Gaze onto this. You get 2 kills out of this. Can they get even more? It looks like Hellscream might be the victim with the Rolling Thunder. Just at the end of it, they're going to be able to get the stun onto the Void Spirit. Void Spirit now with that Haste Rune. Trying to run himself away from this one. The Remnant is going to get dropped out. Shigetsu comes in. Is he going to be able to get even more out of this? The Sharpshooter, the cleanup onto the Pango. And Shigetsu, that's the reveal of the BKB.
I wouldn't even go as far as to say that cybercats got a little bit greedy there. Going into the triangle so early on can be dangerous, and it's the only part of the map that Nemiga control. I think you have the heroes to deal with the Medusa later on, especially with the star that you have, so you don't really have to do this if you're cybercats. Right now they're just asserting dominance, and Shigetsu is still gonna be fine.
Oh, can they do the damage? I mean, Shigetsu's gonna get pretty darn low here, even with that Shadow Dance. Shadow Dance wears off. Marine's gonna jump to the top of it. Shigetsu with the Dark Pack trying to purge off whatever he can. It looks like the damage stick bomb comes out. They might be able to turn on the Ego now as well. The Unleash comes out. H2O, he might still go down. This is gonna be the sidekick, but it's not gonna be enough to keep him alive. And now, okay, Hellscream goes down. It's going to be support for a support. That was without the Stone Gaze, though. That was without the Dream Coil onto Shigetsu. And Shigetsu, he could have been caught out. He could have been killed off if they were... okay, maybe getting a little bit ahead of myself, but if the Puck had got a couple of more right clicks there, that could have been the death with the Witch's Blade coming out for the Puck now as well.
That could have ended badly. You know, I don't think cybercats needed to do this, but they're confident in their ability to make plays. Okay, Void Spirit has been caught. He does have the Kai and Sam, so should be okay overall here.
Sharpshooter is going to connect the Bushwhack. I don't think it caught that Puck there as well, so they might be able to get the kill onto Ego. Ego can get himself away. The Stone Gaze is going to proc just as he gets that Astral Step off. And now the chase is on from the side of Nemiga. Phasor in the trees.
That was very close. That was very close to the Void Spirit surviving, but he does go down in the end. There was the Pugna Ward there. That's why he couldn't go for the next Astral Step. Just enough damage on the side of Nemiga. Right now, with those moves from Cybercats into the enemy triangle, they kind of gave Nemiga a space to go towards the bottom lane as well. That's why I wanted to see control of your big jungle, control of the enemy big jungle, and you have a Slark who is I'd guess the hero with the most mobility, being able to go left and right on the map, and with him kind of controlling the entirety of the map. You have the BKB, are very hard to kill, so that's what I expected cybercats to do. They were a bit more aggressive. Obviously, the Slark didn't die, which is a good thing, but you did open up Nemiga's lineup to more possibilities and more farm going your way. So Nemiga, they're gonna thank them for that. The big thing though is Shigetsu, he saw what the Medusa is getting, so there's only gonna be like 2 or 3 minutes window where the Medusa has the butterfly, and the Slark doesn't have the MKB. Obviously not the greatest item for the Slark to go for. He would like to go for something else, but it's still gonna be something that's gonna impact the game quite a lot. I could even see Shigetsu just beeline towards the Medusa, just ignore everyone else, and then his teammates are probably gonna have enough damage and lockdown to deal with the other 4.
Yeah, we're going to get the unpause coming out now, so we're going to see if the where cybercats want to go. Even with a teammate down, you know, they're the ones posturing at the minutes because the ultimate's being down on the side of Nemiga, with the puck having to back up and heal up. So you can see, like you say, that Nemiga, they just want to play this defensive. They want to get this butterfly out onto the Medusa. And then it's going to be the Skadi actually for the Medusa after that. So back to what would be considered a standard build here for the Medusa coming up. But yeah, what do Nemiga have to do? You know, what is their timing? Do they want to go after the butterfly? Do they want to go after the Skadi on Kiritich? You know, what is it that Nemiga do to get themselves back into the momentum of this game?
If there's a butterfly, once you get it, you smoke towards the bottom lane or to the top lane, you force out some spells on cybercats, and then you storm down the mid lane. That is the idea. You don't want to storm down the mid lane when all of the spells are up, because if the Medusa shows up, I just don't see any chance of him surviving the full epicenter plus the sharpshooter. You don't even need anything else. So you want to force out those spells and then posture aggressively. That is the idea. That is how I would like for them to use the butterfly during the downtime when there is no MKB on the Slark, but that's gonna be a very narrow window that Nemiga gonna have to hit perfectly if they want to use this timing. And considering how the game is going, I think it's a necessity for them to do so.
Yeah, and you can just see as well that Medusa, in terms of farms, just sitting in this triangle, just trying to find the farm as it comes back up. So it's going to be a little bit slow, you know, without that freedom to move into the mid lane to find the farm, to move into the bottom jungle as well, because that tier 1 tower on the bottom's gone down. So that just opens up so much map control for the side of cybercats that you can see how confident this Medusa really isn't in the map at the minute. But that will be the butterfly coming out. So, like you say, there is a little bit of a timing here. If Nemiga, the ultimates roll back up as well, if they want to try and make something happen, now's the time to do it.
Smoke now, go towards wherever cybercats are, force out a fight on the enemy side of the map. So when I say enemy side, any big jungle will do, just don't force a fight in your triangle. So even if you lose some heroes, you will open up the space for the Medusa to push. If Nemiga continue going passively on this, every single timing that the Medusa hits is gonna be overturned with the Slark item, and later on in the game, if the Slark has the same amount of farm as the Medusa, you will lose that matchup. So you don't want that to happen. Obviously Slark is one of those heroes, you know, you make one mistake and you might just die, but we know that Shigetsu is really confident on these heroes.
Yeah, I mean, he's a master tier Slark, so he's got that experience in the bag. He knows what he needs to do, and like I say, he's not too far now off that MKB. He's gonna be, what's the gold for the recipe? 675. So he's literally 600 odd gold off the MKB. So by the time this fight breaks out, I wouldn't be surprised to see Shigetsu coming in with this MKB now.
This is why I wanted Nemiga to make a move immediately. Now this butterfly just isn't that strong, and I think it seems like the Medusa won't even buy it. He saw the Slark, he saw that he was building into an MKB, and he's like, yo, I don't want this item any longer. Then this idea of theirs to just continue farming does make a bit more sense, but even so, I can see Shigetsu cutting him down. It doesn't really matter which items you go for. You needed that timing. I like the idea so much, especially with the way the game was going, and now it's just gone down the drain.
Yeah, and what does he do then with the quarterstaff and the talisman of evasion? Are they just going to be casual items that he keeps until he needs to swap them out, or do you think he builds into you know, because obviously you have the quarterstaff, so if we look in the shop, that's going to build into the Oblivion staff. It's not, you know, for a mage slayer maybe, you know, what is it? Does he just sell that?
he won't sell it until later on, and maybe he decides to pick up a butterfly later on as well. Even with the Slark having the MKB, a butterfly is a really big damage item, especially when you have a Manta. It's a really big farming item as well, at any point in the game. So you know, I would be okay with him finishing that one later on. The Halberd is an okay thing against the Slark, but if a Medusa is building into a Halberd, you know that something has went terribly wrong, which isn't too far away from the truth. But cybercats are like, if you don't want to fight, well, we do, and they're coming over into the triangle.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5-month smoke here. She gets who does he want to go. They're going to be able to get the burst strike here onto ccats. ccats is just going to be absolutely, again, a mosh pit comes out, breaks out. Hellscream's going to be in the middle of it now with the bombs going off everywhere. Rolling Thunder, though, they're going to be able to get 2 return kills. What can they do? Sobad's going to try and go with the grains. BKB comes out from Focus, and she gets who he's just looking to clean up Sobad. He's been found. He goes to tries to go for the crap fight. The TP out. The remnant is it? It was Igor. Maybe needs to go back to class to work on those angles.
Oh man, that was so so sad for cybercats. You know, you are, I was about to say Shigetsu, like, where's my ultra kill? And then he misses the bounce, and then the Void Spirit misses the Ether Remnant. I think cybercats got a bit ahead of themselves there, like, okay, we took their triangle, this game is ours, and they're like, we can do whatever we want right now. So losing the focus there for a second with the things being kind of slow for the past 5 minutes. I understand it. You just get caught in the moment. You are you know, the times of peace have made you soft. That is the case. So cybercats, you know, they miss some of the spells there towards the end, but in the grand scheme of things, it really won't matter. And this is the punish that went to Nemiga for not trying to go for that butterfly timing. You are giving all of the reins, all of the plays to the side of cybercats, and when you're not the ones choosing your fights and still being at a deficit, even being in a good position like they were just earlier, isn't going to work out too well for you.
Yeah, the Medusa actually sells the Windlace to be able to find space here for that Skadi. So like you say, going to be keeping the Talisman of Evasion, the Quarterstaff coming through here for the Medusa, and but the Skadi is up now, so that's going to be a little bit of a good timing. The MKB for the Slarks there as well. He's most of the way towards an Ag Scepter as well, so he's going to have that pounce distance, the extra charge on that there as well. That's going to be really handy in these fights, just to even keep something like the Pangolier for, you know, for an extra few seconds, keep that locked down and be able to do the damage.
The idea here is you saw cybercat supports can die very easily if they commit. Yeah. So Shigetsu wants to be able to do that on his own. If he's able to jump in, force out the Rolling Thunder, force out the coil, get himself out, then his supports can commit without much fear of dying. You know, the only thing that they're going to be afraid of are the bombs, and they shouldn't be able to bring them down on their own.
Oh, they might go. Shigetsu's going to be slowed down again with the Skadi. He's going to still have the Stone Gates if they need to. But this Force Staff comes out, another Rolling Thunder onto Shigetsu. Shigetsu can get himself away from this. He does have that Aegis if he gets into too much trouble. But he's going to pop the BKB before the Aegis goes down. And now Vazia with the Rolling Thunder is actually going to be able to blink onto the Marcy. He's put himself in a little bit of danger though with the Burrow Strike. It's actually going to be there with the Remnant Grab. They get the damage coming through onto with the Dispose. They're going to be able to take down the Pangolier. But a really good blast off coming through from the Takis and now the Stone Gates as well. Do they have the damage to clean up onto this? The Shigetsu once again has that Aegis, but everyone else on the rest of his team not going to be so lucky. The Epicenter comes out, and that's going to be the phase shift here from the Puck. The damage comes through onto Focus.
They're
Focus
getting
going to get
outplayed.
himself away from this. The BKB's down on Focus. Focus going to get himself away. The Sticky Bomb is going to connect, and it's only Shigetsu alive. They've absolutely turned this game on his head. Yeah, he's not got the Shadow Dance to get himself away from this, so he's just relying on the pounces and the TPs, and it looks like he's going to be able to find a little tree line to get himself away from this, but a really good fight coming through from the side of Nemiga.
Yeah, for sure. Cybercats in this game, they're really putting a lot of focus on that triangle. If you're a Dota team and your enemy is the only thing that they're farming is the triangle, you really don't mind that much, because if it's only one hero that's getting the farm, you will itemize against it.
Oh, Shigetsu, he gets the Diffusal Blade onto Sobad, but Sobad immediately pops the Grabify on himself so he can get himself away from that. And with the Medusa being close as well, now there is going to be the catch-up from the Marcy. But Shigetsu, that was brave, even with the Aegis. You know, he was all alone.
I think him being alone is fine. I think he can always get himself out, especially when he has the BKB. The problem is that he dragged his teammates into it. You know, they saw the Slark getting caught, and then you're like, should we go in? Should we not? They probably didn't discuss it properly before he gets an axe, and they jumped in, and then there was that beautiful blast off. That is the thing now that cybercats are gonna be afraid of. But the problem is that this game, it is almost even right now. Shigetsu is still really powerful, and this Aghanims is gonna prove to be a problem for for the side of Nemiga, but you know, Nemiga, all of their heroes are doing quite well. Slark isn't in this fight.
Yeah, they're going to have to set up with the Rolling Thunder into the Stone Gates now as well. H2O looks like he's going to be the one caught out. The Blast Off coming through. Even those mines being dropped, I think they're going to get... No, the sound's coming through from the Blast Off. Shigetsu gets himself in with the BKB. The Rolling Thunder's going to go now, but there's going to be 2 heroes down at the start of this. Even Sobat's still surviving through this. He has the ability to drain it. If he can get the damage off, they're going to be able to take down H2O now as well. The pounce away, but now can they go even further? Was that Swashbuckle 2 seconds away? Fraser's going to be able to get the Bushwhack off. Anything to stop this TP. Orb comes through. Nothing to keep him locked down though. So that's still going to be, again, 3 heroes for, well, this time 0, and Nemiga right back into this game, like you say.
Every single time that it's not the Slark starting the fight, forcing out these ultis from the side of Nemiga and pouncing out, these heroes on the side of cybercats are going to die. The BKBs on the Void Spirit, the BKB on the Sand King, they're gonna help, but you're not gonna have your supports in a fight. So cybercats smoking without Shigetsu, that is a very ballsy move. And again, going into the triangle, I think they're putting a lot of emphasis. This is the Medusa factor scaring you. I think cybercats, they've lost way too many times against this hero, and they're putting a lot of emphasis on it. So right now, with what just transpired, remember, you know, you itemize against the Medusa. Right now, what Nemiga should do, itemize against the Slark. There's gonna be one hero on the side of cybercats that you can't deal with, and there's gonna be this timing of the Void Spirit with the BKB that might be tough for you, but 3-4 fights you survive, you stay in the game, and then you just need 4 staffs to deal with the Slark. That's gonna help you win. Of course, Slark, now he understands he's going for Nullifier. I think we're gonna have a very interesting game here, Rob, because you know, with the way Nemiga or Cybercats played, they allowed Nemiga to get back into this one, and it's even right now. This is what I expected the game to be overall.
Yeah, Mallory just jumps himself. I mean, H2O, Shigetsu couldn't react because as soon as the puck saw that there was danger going on, Mallory just instantly phase shift, gets that orb out in that mid lane as well. But yeah, like I say, this game is so much more even now that the 2 fights went Nemiga's way. In fact, they might even be able to catch a focus in here as well. They could get the dust reveal, but a strike does come through onto Pangolier. Do they want to abort onto this? It looks like they do, because like I said, they just pull the ripcord, they get themselves out of danger. Because you don't know where the rest of the heroes on the side of cybercats were, and once that Sand King was away, you know, you don't get the quick burst. So yeah, it's just safer than or better safe than sorry.
You're seeing Nemiga going for a smoke. Usually when you have a Medusa, you want to put her in front of a tower and just attack. But in this game in particular, the burst damage of Cybercats is way too big, and you don't want to do that, even with the Pugna behind. So that's why you're seeing smokes. I don't think Nemiga running into Cybercats is gonna go too well for them, because if you use your spells initially and the BKBs then save the side of Cybercats, then you're gonna be on the back foot. So controlling an area would be an ideal scenario for Nemiga this one. Maybe the smoke is just to get more control of the map. That would be the ideal scenario for them.
Oh, Kiritich is going to TP. It looks like they might try and fight this here. And Kiritich, he has the Silver Edge as well, so he's going to have that break ability coming through, as well as the crit as he comes out of Invis. But Phasor just going to move himself away again from danger. And it looks like you say, Cybercats, they're just... they're looking for maybe that, like the Nullifier to come out on the Slark first. Shigetsu going towards... oh, he's actually going to see Vazia. He gets that pounce off now as well, but the roll comes through from Vazia. Vazia can get himself out of danger. It looks like he's going to be able to now. Do they want to chase? Because the Rolling Thunder might be going. They're going to be able to catch out onto the Hoodwink. The Hoodwink, though, near the trees. There's going to be the Dust Reveal coming through. Hellscream not going to be able to get the blast off, and they're going to be able to get the leash coming through onto at least the Hoodwink. They get the damage coming through now, and Shigetsu. Can he take down H2O as well? H2O is going to try and get that rebound out of danger, but the bomb coming through, the sticky bomb. And now the Stone Gaze even going to be used. They're going to be able to hit down another 2 heroes. Igor in the trees. He gets the Astral Step back in with the Display as well to try and get himself out of danger. But this opens up the tier 1 tower on the bottom lane.
Igor's hands are shaking for sure. He's missing some spells that he usually doesn't do. And DK Focus without the BKB caught on top.
The bash comes out. The silence now as well. The damage coming through from the blast off the sticky bomb. And the BKB was on cooldown for the next. And that's it. That's the nerf. The plus 30 seconds on the BKB. Otherwise, you would have had that. Maybe we've been able to go for the TP out. Maybe not because of the basher on the Pangolier, but maybe.
Maybe right now you're seeing Nemiga. They're going for a lot of items that get countered by the Nullifier. I'd still be afraid of this Slark if I was them. The thing is though, Nemiga are doing everything right. With cybercats, they are making a few mistakes. You know, Nemiga, they went for that smoke. They didn't go towards the enemy part of the map. They just overtook an area. They stayed there and they waited. Cybercats strike in a way that it's not only the Slark going in, and suddenly you just turn it around. You know, Nemiga are just doing everything right. They poke, they force out the BKB, they back, and then they go 5 seconds later. This is exactly how they should be approaching this game, and they're showing now that they're just a little bit ahead of cybercats in game understanding. That doesn't mean though that this game is gonna go their way. With the way that the game started, the Slark is still a very big problem for them.
Yeah, and there's going to be a remnant up onto the high ground now. They're going to go the other way. Rollins under the mask. He's going to show. He's going to be able to get the blink in with the dispose onto the Pugman. Can they do the damage? The Decrepify might come out once again. The back lines are going to be able to go into the Hodwing. It's going to be taken away. Look at all these mines. It's just explosions everywhere. And Igor, he's already popped that BKB. He's going to be able to get himself away from this one, though. The buybacks, like I say, from the two supports. But they know, I mean, Roshan's back up, so at least Nemiga know this is up and is a target that's disposed to keep Igor alive. As the Wraith Pack just slowly walks up the hill. But yeah, no, those are two buybacks. If, you know, they can back themselves away, they can reset now as well. Nemiga didn't lose anyone again. And they know Roche is up. They saw the mine explode as Roche respawned. So if they can take down those two supports once again, that might open up the window here for another Roshan. But H2O, Vazzy's going to be able to get the blink away so bad with the Force Staff as well as the Glimmer Cape. The Burrow Strike, it's not going to connect. In fact, the ward goes down now as well. The damage, can they do it? Can they take down? Can they? Will they? They are going to be able to get the kill onto Marcy. H2O does go down.
They are again running in without the Slark. The Slark is in the back lines. He needs to be first. There's no other way around it. And now he finds the DD. This is good because cybercats, after everything that was expended, you want to have a chance to get the Roche. At least force the Nemiga to fight while they don't have their spells. But the thing is, Coil and the Rolling Thunder, these aren't really long cooldown spells, though. They have them back, they walk into the pit. Again, cybercats, they have only one way to fight. Poke with Shigetsu. If they jump in with the Sand King head first, you've lost that fight. There's no way that you're going to be winning it.
Look at this wall at the back of the Roche pit as well for the side of Nemiga. They're going to be able to see anyone walking down, trying to posture around this Roche pit. Kiritic has the Storm Gates back up, so he might just pop this once Roche gets low. Igor going to be spotted out. The Winter Rift comes through now as well. He just have that BKB back up. The Dream Coil's going to come through. It's going to be the double BKB coming through though onto the side, the bash onto the Medusa, and that's going to be the steal. So Sobat does pick up the Aegis to make sure it goes the way of Nemiga, but can they do the damage? They're going to be able to take down the Sand King once again. Marcy's still alive. That's going to be the Aegis being popped. Oh, and the bash from Roche, it just came at the completely wrong time for the Medusa to dissimulate again. Igor's trying to get himself away from this one. And yeah, because Roche got the bash onto the Medusa just before he went down. I think if he doesn't get the bash, the Stone Gaze does come through, and that's not a steal there for Nemiga. It's a straight Roche flame, and the Aegis goes the way of the Medusa, but as it stands, it looks like the damage is going to come through. Once again, I think we'll be able to take down the Mercy. Mercy's going to try and flee from this Puck. Puck doing a lot of damage. The Blast Off comes through, and Hellscream will get the kill. Shigetsu tries to get himself away from this one. He's going to be slowed by the Snake. Malrine can't follow up, doesn't have the mana for it, but what's this now? The third, the fourth fight in the row where Nemiga don't really lose anything of too much value, and the support's going down on the side of cybercats. They lost the Aegis time for the side of Nemiga, but that's the trade-off that you get when you're getting 2 more kills in these fights.
Every single time that cybercats enter the fight with a Sand King stun, they will lose it. The way that they have to play this game is they have to use multiple Sand King stuns to actually win it. For that to happen, you need to make the fight chaotic and isolate heroes. The Slark goes in, the Nemiga guys, they spread around. That is when the Sand King should strike with the Void Spirit, and you start picking people off. You use the Slark's, I'd say, inability to die, because it's very hard to kill. You can see that he only has 1 death to his name for this entire game, and you play off of that. What they do on the side of cybercats, they use their BKBs, and this particular moment, I understand that they got coiled, and they're like, okay, this is the last time we can actually go in. In the end, they get the Roche, but they don't get the Aegis to go their way. At least they prevented the Medusa from getting it, but you just have to understand that this is not working. You know, over and over again, cybercats are doing the same thing, and they're just dying over and over again. The Slark isn't the type of hero that just crushes someone in the start of the fight. You're level 25, you have the 50 seconds essence shift duration, so you need to be using that poke, poke, get out, poke, poke, get out, and at some point you will be able to shank them in a second.
Okay, let's see. Maureen's going to show in the river. He immediately gets that blink away, though, and it looks like Shigetsu. Actually, how do you like this Moonshot being queued up for the Slack? You know, as opposed to, oh, they're going to be able to take the disposal to Hellscream. Hellscream now, he should go down. Yeah, okay, quick, easy pick there for Shigetsu. Stacks up a little bit more, but yeah, how do you like this as opposed to something like the Shard here from Shigetsu that could keep the rest of his team alive a little bit longer in these fights?
I like the Shard, but I like the Moon Shard as well. Slark, again, he wants to poke. Having more attack speed is going to allow you to get more stacks. It's a great item for the Slark, especially with the added night vision. So we already talked about, you know, the way that cybercats are fighting. Vision will help them. Vision will definitely help them. So if you're choosing to fight during the nighttime and you have the Moon Shard on the Slark, it's definitely going to assist you. I would like for him to get the Shard, not only for his teammates, but for himself as well. Having two ultis is always going to be quite nice for the hero.
Okay, well, as this tier 2 in the mid lane is being pushed down, it looks like the tier 2 on the top lane will be contested. It gets though, there is going to be the TP rotation come through now. Ego now, so the winner if comes out, he does have, if he needs it, the BKB, but he's just going to walk himself back into the trees. Phasor, it looks like they might be setting up onto the trap. One more seconds from that Medusa illusion. Yeah, Kiritich just moves in. They're going to be able to get the Dream Coil off now as well. The Bushwhack does come through onto the Medusa. Stone Gaze has been used, but the Rolling Thunder onto, that's going to be another kill onto Fogus, and now the backlines have they found Phasor now as well. He's going to be in the tree, so he's going to be able to get that Invis off. It looks like they might try and go. Does Kiritich want to turn with this, the Silverage coming through? Shigetsu just pops that BKB. The damage coming through onto the Medusa. Do they have enough to take him down? It looks like the Sharpshooter's going to come out to Kiritich now as well, but Kiritich, the illusion is just right-clicking. They're going to be able to get another kill onto Marcy now as well. Kiritich in that Silverage form, he's just going to turn. He's going to right-click now, and Igor has to get himself away. The Dream Drain comes out onto Phasor with the jump in from Hellscream, gets that kill, and once again, Nemiga just able to turn this fight on its head.
It looked for a second there that Shigetsu could make it happen, but Nemiga right now, they are stronger. They have the gold lead, something that they didn't have for the majority of the early game, and you didn't use it. So now, cybercats are kind of paying for their sins early on.
Sorry, but yeah, Fogus, he has to pop the BKB, he pops the BKB, and then he gets bashed by the Swashbuckle coming through. And Kiritich has those Mantra Illusions. There's going to be the Rolling Thunder just patrolling into the base here now as well. And Cybercats, all of a sudden, this base is looking so fragile. Shigetsu, does he want to come in? It's going to be the winning rift. The bash comes through once again onto the Slark. The Dream Coil now as well. He's dead! 99 seconds, he's gone, no buyback. He doesn't have the gold for it. And this is going to be Nemiga. They're going to crack this base wide open with Kiritich just right-clicking down. Again, the Manta style up in 6 seconds. But this is going to be the melee racks going down. It's going to be the range racks. And there's only a tier 2 tower standing between them and the next set of tier 3s and racks.
The Medusa has gotten to a point where she can't be bursted down by the Sand King and the Hoodwink. You have the Pugna behind you, you have multiple Force Staffs, and now without the Slark, Kiritich is just untouchable. The only thing that is keeping Cybercats in this game is the bottom tier 2, and they should already be preparing their triangle for a potential fight there. I don't know if Nemiga allowed them to have that. If they give up the tier 2, the game is just over on the bottom lane. That's where the game ends. So I think Cybercats will give their lives to defend that one. They understand just how important it is.
They're just going to go tier 4s. Nemiga realizes there's no buyback on the Slark. They see the power of this. They've taken down 2 lanes of racks, and Slark, he's still not brought back. So they're just going to go tier 4. So that triangle setup, Marcy, does Marcy want to TP back? I mean, look at this. The Void Spirit's not even TPing back now as well. I think they've accepted this game. It might just be over.
They know the throne will not fall, or maybe it actually will.
The Dream Coil comes in onto 3 BKBs now as well. A really nice blast off coming through from the techies. There will be the round, but that's going to be another kill onto Fogus. Marcy will go down there as well. The backlines going to be able to get the Rolling Thunder, jump onto the Void Spirit. The Void Spirit's going to be caught out once again. There's going to be a really nice sticky bomb onto him now as well. He will go down. The buyback from Marcy, but is it going to be enough? The Sharpshooter comes out.
They need their
tier
Slark.
4 still stands. Slark will be back into this now as well. Fazia, it's going to be another Swashbuckler. Shigetsu gets that BKB off now as well. They might be able to take down Fazia. Do they want to fight even more into this? The Dispose comes through onto the Medusa, but the Medusa is
going to be a good fight.
Just going to stand and fight. Buybacks coming through from everybody. The 4-star Kiritich, he's doing so much damage with his right clicks. They're going to be able to take down. There's only 2 remaining on the side of Cybercats. And do they have enough? No, they're going to be able to get the kill to Shigetsu. Shigetsu this time has the goal to get the buyback off now as well. Phasor will go down. Rampage for the Medusa, and they're going to be able to get another kill. And this game is as good as done. Nemiga once again take the fight 40-26 at 44 minutes. And it is just over for Cybercats.
This is, you know, cybercats, they had everything to win this game. Everything. They could have just let the Medusa farm, crush everyone else, make the other heroes a non-factor, and know that at any point in the game, once Nemiga come over, you're gonna be able to kill them. Then Nemiga would have to choose, are we gonna get items to save ourselves from the Slark, mainly the Force Staffs, the Ghost Scepters, or are we gonna get the Aeon Discs to save ourselves from the stun into a Sharpshooter? But cybercats, with the constant forcing of the fights in the triangle, they kinda kept Malrine relevant, Vazia relevant, even these supports getting a ton of items, a ton of kills, and they allowed Nemiga to get back into this game. Just too much of their aggression, being afraid of the late game Medusa, which, you know, in the end, it did win the game for Nemiga, but if there weren't the billion Force Staffs, the Aeon Discs, all of the defensive items to keep Shigetsu away, I'm just not sure it would have worked out. You know, Shigetsu, now you see the... you kind of see why Slark isn't the hero that teams usually go for, is because, you know, you're winning the entirety of the game, and at some point you make one mistake, you die, and all of it is down the drain. Heroes like this are the Huskar, the Morphling, and, you know, it's just not something that you want to risk too often. But Shigetsu, he had a good game in the end, though. He just walks into it and dies there on the top lane. That was I think where the game officially ended, is when Nemiga could have killed the Slark without really committing too much in terms of spells.
Yeah, and that's going to be it for Nemiga versus cybercats. I'm just seeing if we have an interview on our hands. But yeah, no, it was an amazing turnaround from the side of Nemiga, and you've got to give it to cybercats. They looked incredibly good in the first half of this game, but Nemiga, like you say, they fortified that triangle, and every fight that cybercats took without Shigetsu leading the line, they gave up a couple of kills. Nemiga were able to get more and more control into this, and it just spiraled. So again, cybercats looked really good, but Nemiga just looked, with the way they came back into it, just a step above the side of cybercats here. You know, they kept the cool, they didn't panic, they knew what items, like you say, when the Medusa decided, when she'd already bought out the quarterstaff and the Talisman of Innovation, decided that she was going to U-turn, you know, move away from the butterfly because she saw the MKB coming up for the Slark. Just those kind of like little things that you don't really, you know, the add up over time, and Nemiga were just able to pull it right back into their favor.
Nemiga are scary, but I think they're gonna be even scarier after this series. The reason for it is you watch this game and you watch what cybercats did in the early game. You kind of analyze it and take the good things that can be added into your playstyle. I think that's the thing, because the mid game, the later portions of the mid-game in Nemiga, they know how to play Dota. They understand the movements, they understand the strengths of their lineups, and overall they can judge the game quite well off of their timings, off of the items that they need to go for, the areas they need to control, how they approach the fights. They all of those things they predicted perfectly in this game. The only time they dropped the ball was the early game, you know, against the Slark, against the Marcy, the way that cybercats stormed down the mid lane. Those are the things that you could have prevented, and I think that this is a perfect example of a game where Nemiga can evolve, and I don't know, this team already looks really, really scary.
Yeah, and that's gonna be it for the day. We'll hang on for a few more minutes to see if we can get an interview, but apart from that, Hurry, thank you for joining me for this cast again. 2 great games to be able to be a part for the cast, and I do believe we are back on Sunday, if I check the schedule.
Yeah, we have 2 games, one at 12 CEST and one at 6 p.m. CEST, and there is going to be a Division 1 game in between those. So a lot of Eastern European Dota on Sunday.
Yeah, and the more the merrier here now as well. So we are going to take a quick 5-minute break, guys. If there is an interview, we'll be back with an interview with one of the winners on the side of Nemiga. If not, we'll just end the stream, I guess. So we will see you either in 5 minutes or Sunday. Not a massive difference between the two, but just to make sure you're not hanging around too long. Like I say, so a 5-minute break, and if not, we'll see you guys back on Sunday for more Eastern European Dota. Thank you for tuning in. Hello everyone, we do have an interview. We have ourselves a pair, actually, coming through into this. So it is going to be Kiritic as well as Marin joining us. And guys, how do you feel after that win? Because you were both, on a winning streak. So being able to take that match, that's got to feel good, right?
Yeah, pretty sure it was a better win. I need to close them to 0. It's more important to me to even win like all teams.
It's our dream. Win all games and they lose. And when game is so easy, it's when you win, it's not happy. You know, it's like you win any pubs free game. No, when you win on a real hard game, it's amazing, amazing. I feel amazing, guys.
Well, you've got to
I'm
really
so
feel.
happy.
Yeah, you must really feel amazing after that second game because it was. Excuse me, it was looking a little bit dodgy, a little bit touch and go to start with, but you did turn it around. What was the feeling in the team coming into that when the Slark was getting so ahead? How did you get that positive momentum going and get back into the second game?
We just probably didn't expect maybe that Slark with Marcy gonna be like crushing us like this. So we're just always keeping good in our team positive. I mean, we're getting positive and chilling. We just know we're gonna win. We just need to time. We need to react on them and pressing our spells like a hummus. We can win probably all games, even if start's gonna be hard.
Yeah, we have a good vibe. We know about hard game, but we say if we take better fight, if we take better position, we easy kill. We have Pan Green Slark, it's very good here. We have Teches, we can chase time, we can kill. We need time. We need take arrow, very good fight. We do this and we got him.
Okay. And coming through now, so you are clear top of the table. So how are you taking that? Are you taking this game by game? Are you focusing on your own strats, or do you focus on the teams that are coming up? How do you kind of practice and prepare to get into the for the DPC matches?
Just showing probably dot above all games of teams, or which teams we're gonna play another one, and we see what they're drafting. So we can make bans, we can make our draft around what they're picking,
Yeah. Okay. And Harry, do you have any questions?
Yeah. Malrine, you every single time we see you being the captain, but then sometimes in game number 2, Vazia takes over. Is he trying to kick you away from the captain spot? What's going on there?
No, just this have no point. We just I need to take my mouse in my hand so I can feel the game. And that's why I taken Captain. I can click on heroes and buttons. That's why I taken Captain always. And other guys just staying behind me. We discussing about drafts.
Oh, so you need that is your warm up. Some people they go into the lobby play Invoker, but you just pick heroes.
I don't need it in lobby. Just need to take my mouse so I can feel it in.
And in this last game, there was that time that you defended the mid lane tower. You didn't have spells, and cybercats they kind of crushed you at that one. What was the call? Did you have an idea what you wanted to do, or was that like, guys, are we gonna defend? What are we gonna do? What was the atmosphere at that point? Because I think that was the lowest point of that particular game.
I don't actually remember this moment that we gonna defend tower, but we're just realizing when we can or we cannot. We're not discussing about this. We just say some words like we can or not, and we just need. We need time. Fuck this tower. Who cares? Oh, I mean, sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay for players to swear. It's bad for us. We have to.
By the way, it's Manias. Sorry.
No problem. So you mentioned you want to win all of the games 2-0. Do you think that that's possible? Hellraisers, they're getting a bit into it. Do you think they have a chance to get the game off you, or are we gonna see Nemiga just be undefeated in Division 2 for sure?
I'm believing in my team always, so I know we're gonna win everything, everyone, all of them.
Kiritic, you're the carry, so your back is gonna hurt. Do you agree here for Malrine? Or like, I'm just gonna drop one game to get a bit of a relief.
Не понял.
Да, дашь им хоть одну карту?
Of course, no. I'm best carry. Oh, I mean, not now best carry, but I'm trying to scary. So I with my team. My team is unreal gods. It's all fucking gods. I don't know. It's best people, best humans. It's I'm so happy with this guy. So I think we win all games because I'm good player. But this good player, I'm equal. I don't know how to say. Maybe a bit счастливый будет. Как будет счастливый бит?
Не помню.
It doesn't matter. We understood you. You didn't understand
Okay,
us, but we understood you. That.
I'm not toxic, I don't wanna принижать достоинство, как сказать, wait a bit, I need to translate.
Say it. Maybe I'm gonna understand it. You know, we play Dota. We know a
I want
little
to say
bit
he
of the
respect everyone, but he know we're gonna win.
Okay,
He
so
believing in us.
We don't wanna be toxic, we strong. Короче,
you have the confidence
we
to
very
take it.
good,
Yeah,
very good.
yeah.
But we good.
Okay, well, guys, thank you for joining us, and once again, congratulations on your win in the DPC, and hopefully, we'll be able to see you take some more wins going on. We're going to end it there for today. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time you start to play for your next match. So, guys, and everyone watching at home, thank you for tuning in, and this is going to be the end of the day. Hopefully, you've enjoyed it, as Nemiga do take the series. Bye-bye. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you.
Wave to the camera. Bye bye.
Bye bye.